Thank you for landing on this video and joining me for this yoga for fibromyalgia practice. This is going to be a really gentle and nourishing practice to help reduce our stress levels and our cortisol hormone, to really kind of promote mindfulness and self-compassion. So I definitely encourage you to maybe pop a blanket over your mat, pop on socks, get really comfy and cozy. And all of these poses are a suggestion, and you can go as deep or as gentle as you want today. So you decide, you pick the pace. We're actually going to start on our back today. So come down, find a comfortable place on your back. So for some of us, having the legs out straight isn't nice on the lower back. So maybe the feet stay on the mat and the knees drop in. Resting one hand onto the chest, one hand onto the belly. Close the eyes. Breathing in deeply. And releasing through the mouth. Settling into the shape and into this practice. Moving today with the intention of healing, of self-compassion and relaxation. So just starting to even out your breathing in and out of the nose. In for a count of 4. Out for a count of 4. In your own time, at your own breath count. Really nice way to calm the mind, calm the nervous system, which is in turn going to calm the rest of our body. Just by switching up the breath, we have so much power over the body. With each exhale, allowing yourself to sink into the mat. Giving in and trusting the weight of gravity, pulling you closer, almost like it's giving you a hug. And releasing through the facial muscles, the jaw, around the eyes. Lovely, keeping the eyes closed. We're just going to move our head from side to side. So almost imagine you're swiping your nose across the sky. Just dropping the head from side to side. Just getting enough of a twist in the neck that feels good. Also a nice massage for the back of the head as well. Bringing the head back through center. Let's take the arms out into a cactus shape, palm shining up. Take your feet as wide as your mat, knees pointing up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, knees drop over to the right. Use gravity. Inhale through center. Knees to the left. Just let them drop. Good. Inhaling center. And exhaling to the right. Inhaling center. Exhaling left. Good. Inhaling through the middle. And then bringing the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze here. Maybe a little rock from side to side. Maybe circles with the knees. Just massage into the back here. Good. And then we're going to come up and find a comfortable seated position. So take your time. Come on up. Find a comfortable cross-legged seat. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a breath in. Reach your hands high. And as you exhale, come over to one hand side. Now you're so welcome to keep this arm lifted, but if it's too much, just bring your hand behind you, almost like it's placing onto your lower back with your palm facing outwards. And then breathe into that stretch. Whatever's best for your neck here, probably looking down, it's going to be less strenuous on that neck. And you're opening up through that side body into that side lower back. Lovely. As you inhale, come up through center, reach both hands high, over to the opposite side. Hand can stay lifted if you want, or if it's too much, bring it behind. Let the head drop. You can let it drop to the side or look down. All of these poses will look completely different, and that's fine as long as you're feeling something nourishing and refreshing for your body. You are doing the perfect practice. Wonderful. As you inhale, come up through center. And as you exhale, we're going to fold forward. So walking the hands forward, you can use your hands as a little pillow or let your head drop all the way down. Wonderful. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Walking your hands all the way over to the right hand side. So your belly might relax onto your right thigh here. Let your head drop down. Your chin might relax onto your knee or your forehead onto your knee. Allow your body to drape and just breathe into wherever you feel that stretch. Wonderful. Walking the hands directly back towards you so you can be in front of that right knee, lifting the body up, and then you're going to bring your left hand onto the outside of that right knee, taking a twist over to the right here. So drawing the belly in, just getting a gentle twist through that middle back. Lovely. As you inhale, come back through center. Perfect. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, forward fold in. Maybe you get to your forearms. Maybe you use your hands. You can use an actual pillow if you want. Releasing down through the hips and through the lower back. Good. And then walking the hands all the way over to the left this time. So your belly relaxes onto your thigh maybe. Feel a stretch kind of here. Might feel kind of good. Support your head. So no need to hold the head up. Just allow the head to be really heavy and lazy. Close the eyes. Good, and then walking your hands directly back towards you so they're in front of your left knee, and then your right hand is going to come onto the outside of that knee and then take the twist to the opposite side, looking over that shoulder if that feels okay on the neck. Lovely. One more breath. Exhale, release, come back through center. Awesome. Come find an all fours position with me. So spread the fingers nice and wide, soft elbows. And then we're just beginning to move forwards and back here. So forwards and back as much as feels good. So for some of us coming all the way forwards, dropping the hips down into like a lazy up dog might feel good. Maybe coming all the way back into child's pose. Maybe it's just a very subtle sway of the body forwards and back. So you decide. And bigger and deeper and more expressive doesn't necessarily mean better some days. So just be aware of that you're not forcing yourself into anything that isn't right, doesn't feel like it's nourishing for you. Good. And then coming back to a neutral place here, we're going to make some circles. So start making circles with your hips and then just allow the rest of the body to follow suit. You can close your eyes and really kind of focus on what feels good. And it might not be like a perfect circle. You might find you really want to push out to one side. Good. And then circling the opposite way. So nice for loosening up the lower back. Releasing any tension through the thighs, the hips. Very, very nice. Good. Coming back to a neutral place, and we're going to rest our pelvis down onto the mat. Good. Sliding your hands forward so your elbows are underneath the shoulders, so it doesn't take any effort to like hold up the upper body here. Relax your feet. Options here, you can have the head straight ahead. Maybe dropping the head down might feel like a nice release for the back of the neck. Maybe dropping the head back feels good for some of us, so you decide. Let go of any gripping here, particularly in the fingers. There's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing to strive for. Just allow yourself to be perfect as you are. Very nice. Good. Sliding the hands back underneath the shoulders. From here, you're going to tuck your toes and you're going to bring your sitting bones back to the heels. So you're stretching through the feet, lengthening through the spine. Wonderful. From here, we're going to walk our hands back towards us and we're going to come into a hanging forward fold. So rolling over the feet, coming to a nice gentle forward fold. So soften the knees, let your head go. You can grab opposite elbows if you want and just allow yourself to dangle. Or just let your fingers kind of brush across the mat. Keep it really easy. And the key with this one is to let your head be like really heavy. Imagine it's just like dangling by a thread off your spine. And any tension is just dripping out the top of your head and washing away. Very nice, good. From here, bend the knees so your fingertips are definitely on the floor. Keep bending the knees and come down into a seated position. So bringing the hands behind, lengthen out the legs in front. Give them a little bit of a shake after that. Perfect. From here, bringing your right knee in towards the chest and then let it drop out to the side. If you'd like to prop up with like a block or a pillow, like you can totally support yourself there. Otherwise, inhale, lift up through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, turn to face that straightened leg and fold over. And you want to make it really gentle here. So we're not forcing anything. We're just kind of opening up through the back of this leg, getting into this right groin. And almost take it like you're just leaning into the practice. So yeah, no forcing. We want to promote that relaxation and healing effect on the body. And just very gentle stretches can really help promote that. Really good for circulation, flexibility, stress levels. Lovely. Take a breath in, breath out to soften. Good. And then slowly walking the hands back towards you. Wonderful. You're going to bring this right knee in and then step it over your leg. See if you can keep it nice and close. Really hug this thigh in. So you really want to hug it in so you feel that little lift and lengthen through the lower back. Take a breath, sit tall. And then as you exhale, you're going to wrap your left arm around, grab for your thigh. Your right hand's going to come behind and keep you propped up. Lovely. Making sure the head is stacked over the spine just makes it a little bit easier and gentler on the neck and shoulder area. And give yourself a hug, like really hug this in. Feel your thigh against your tummy. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Really nice. Take a breath. And as you exhale, come back through center. Lovely. Lengthen out this right leg and then hug your left knee in. Let it butterfly out to the side. Prop up if you need. Sit tall. Grow through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, begin to lean forwards into that stretch, finding your own intensity through the back of that right leg. Shoulders are nice and relaxed, so don't worry about a bit of rounding. We just want to focus on the back of the leg. Maybe closing the eyes. And watching that flow of breath. Can you stretch the breath all the way down to that right foot? So all the way down the spine, down the back of the leg, to the sole of the foot, all the way to the tip of your toes. Using that breath, that prana, that life force to nourish every single cell in your body. And this is what these yoga stretches do for us. They allow us to draw attention to forgotten areas of the body, every single corner of the body. We want to pay attention to, we want to thank. Wonderful. One more breath here. Maybe there's a little sigh out. Good. And then slowly walk in the hands back towards you. Bring that left knee in and then step it over. Keep it nice and close. Give yourself a hug. So as you hug in, you'll find that your chest lifts. You get a little bit more proud. Lovely. Breathe in. This time wrapping your right arm around. Hug that thigh. Left arm releases behind. And give yourself a hug. A hug and a twist. Keeping the head floating over the spine. So just be mindful that we're not dropping the head forwards to the left or to the right. See if you can slightly push the head back in space so it's stacked on top of the spine. Wonderful. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Coming back through center. Lengthen that leg out in front. Bring your hands behind. Just give the legs a bit of a flap here. Nice and easy. Good. And then bend into the knees. Keep your fingertips pointing forwards. Inhale, lift the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Just opening up through the chest a little. Just to promote a little bit more opening through the heart space. Imagine you're breathing in love and compassion to your body, to yourself. Lovely. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, release. Come into a comfortable cross-legged position. From here, take your arms out wide and then cross your arms on top of one another and give yourself a big hug. So walking your fingertips back, dropping your head down so the head can be really lazy. And really hug it in, like squeeze yourself, love yourself, breathe it in. Wonderful. Inhale, lifting the head, taking the arms out wide. Cross your arms the opposite way and give yourself another big hug. Squeeze it in. Let your head drop down. Hold yourself. Everything you need is right here in your arms. Wonderful. On your inhale, lifting the head, releasing the arms down. And I'm going to set you up for Shavasana, and then I will leave you in a Shavasana position to get nice and comfortable. I will also link a guided Shavasana below, which is really going to help promote that deep state of meditation and relaxation. So for Shavasana, you're going to come onto your back and you decide what's good. I'll give you a few options. You can pop some pillows or a rolled up blanket underneath the back of your knees, so you'll have a little bend in your knees and it will support your lower back. Or soles of the feet on the mat, maybe as wide as your mat. Let your knees drop in. You can even bring your legs up onto a chair or something, or your sofa, so you really allow your lower back to relax there. That's a great option. Hands can rest to the sides, palms shining up if you just really want to let go. Or if that feels too vulnerable, resting the hands onto the belly, onto the chest. Closing the eyes. So once you've found your comfortable position, resting back into Shavasana, maybe clicking on that guided Shavasana video that I will recommend down below. Really, really thank yourself for carving out this time. And from me to you, thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you find these practices helpful and hopefully see you again for another practice very soon.